Say hello to everyone on YouTube, on X, on Facebook and Instagram and Twitch. And also say to you, hey, you lot, meet this lot from TikTok. I brought TikTok on board, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, TikTok, say hi. It's battle of the social media streaming platforms. And so far, TikTok have represented. They've come in with 9,000 likes for this stream that I've been doing for the last hour. Yo, yo, yo! Ponder, Phil Hoy, how you doing? And 1,600 people from TikTok have been in. I think we've got 40 watching right now, but we're going to push that number up a little bit. And they've been incredibly lovely. Whatever you say, TikTokers, I'm going to, within reason. But the one in chat called My Balls, hey, careful. You say hello to everyone else in X land, Twitch land, YouTube land, Facebook land, you name it. We are streaming to every platform you can stream to, really. Hello, 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 hello. Anthony, hello. Thanks for being a nice bloke. I enjoy your work. Thank you very, very much. Good evening, Matt Baycroft. Hi, everyone. What do you think of the Nothing phones? I love them, dude. I love them. I love it. I love the Fairphones as well. Have you seen them? They're cool. I had a Fairphone and I unscrewed the camera module and upgraded it for my son about a year after I bought it for him. The man, the myth, the favourite Assassin's Creed gaming legend, Jason Bradbury. Aaron, thank you so much. You know the way to my heart. It's just through blatant flattery. How do, says Toon Lenny. And Mick Dunlavy. Hello, Nick. Hey, Mick. Mick Newcastle. Are you from Newcastle? Don Corleone from TikTok. Dazza, how you doing? Oh, that's so funny. You're back. So X, are you the guy from TikTok as well? Philip Hoy and Ponder and Scooey. Big love to you as well. I can't do a show tomorrow, guys. I'm talking to my regulars now because of family commitments. So I'm doing it tonight rather than not do it at all. I thought I'd do it tonight. But I was doing a stream earlier to TikTok, which you know I like to do. And it suddenly occurred to me for the first time, I'd just leave the stream open and see if my setup, the bandwidth, the computer itself could handle, doing so many different streams at the same time. And I'm not going to say how I'm feeling, which is pretty positive, because I might jinx it. The way to someone's heart is between the fourth and fifth posterior ribs. Rokudan 96, that is one of the finest responses to I guess it was a joke, that I've ever heard. Epic. Yeah, says Dazza. Philip Hoy, are you still there, my friend? Philip Hoy, we need your opinion on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Is it too expensive, do you think? Ponder, what about you, my friend? What are you thinking about the new iPhone 16s? These are some of my regulars. They are over on the other platforms. And then Instagram is probably there too. I should show Instagram some love, love, love. Move my chat. Do you know what? I've just realised I never clicked the go live to Instagram button. After all that. Don't you worry, they'll be there. They'll come along. They'll join in. I'm now 25, but it's such a staple of my youth. That's MX. I guess you're talking about the Gadget Show. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. Oliver Morgs has just joined. Hello, Andy. Hello, MC Whiskid has just joined us. As have Adrian Shell, Stephen Richardson, Sabot, Smack Fueler. These are all joining from Instagram. Instagram, say hello to TikTok. TikTok, say hello to YouTube. YouTube, say hello to Facebook. And Facebook, say hello to Twitch. And everyone just give X a little hug because he's left in the corner. Why did I leave the Gadget Show, Russell? Because I was kind of hearing the sound of my own voice echoing back. I couldn't think of anything original to say anymore. I was, I'd done well, and I hadn't seen the kids really a lot, and they were getting. My youngest was 7, and my eldest was 11. I was thinking, I'm going to miss this, so I left, and I went around the world. Took him out of school with my wife, and we went around the world for a year, and we visited 23 countries. So that's quite something in it. And then we moved out of London when we got back. Couldn't face London anymore after that. Went to Lincolnshire. And then we're now in Cornwall, because when we were on the world trip, as it happens, we discovered surfing. It was really, really cool. And we wanted to be able to still surf. And my son now, he's 17, he's a professional Fortnite player. Can you believe that? Well, it certainly really creates content around it, and he's attempting to be pro. As in a competition player, and he's with a big esports team. And the only other thing that he loves doing, apart from gaming, and I get it. I mean, you know, I'm a first-generation gamer myself, as indeed I'm sure many of you are, is J.M. Cooper, how you doing? Is surfing. So that's why we moved to Cornwall. How you doing, everyone? Psychic Janet, yes! TikTok in the house. Hi, Gordon. This is Wildcard. Fancy bumping into you here. Evil Robot Me called me Gordon. Maybe I'm Gordon. I don't know. Maybe you weren't talking to me. That might be someone else in chat. I have no idea. But anyway, hello. Hello, everybody. Great to see you. My music is a bit lower than normal because TikTok, for some reason, the audio levels are such that it bursts everyone's eardrums. Now, what we're doing is we're showing the trailer to my new movie in vertical format, ladies and gentlemen. This movie, what movie? What's he on about? Well, the movie, I'm trying to bring my little URL in. It's called Control AI Delete, and it's a movie all about a bunch of retro gamers at a Skegness Expo who are the saviors of the world when an AI takes over and ruins everything just by merely going wrong. Blackouts, runs on the banks, chaos, purging us on the streets. And they use things like this. Yes, that is an actual one. It's not one of these sort of mini ones or Bluetooth ones. It's the real thing. In fact, you can tell it's a real thing because it's sort of quite heavy and it's got the serial port on the back, look. And it's got dents and scratches on it because it's proper OG. They use, Commodore 64s, you know, Amigas, Speckies, whatever, and 28.8K modems to hack the AI and win the day, ladies and gentlemen. Take back humanity from the brink of disaster. And what I want you to do tonight, not my regulars, because you've already done it, God bless you, is go over to, where are we? The website, which is controlaidelete.net. CTRLAIdelete.net. I've only said that 4,000 times this week. And find the logos there. You can see it, the Kickstarter logo. I've got to do it centrally. If you're watching in widescreen on YouTube and X, spare a thought for TikTok because they're in the vertical universe. Click on the Kickstarter logo, which will eventually send you over to the Kickstarter, which looks a little bit like that. And the important part of this is that once you get to the Kickstarter, is click notify me on launch. That's really, really important because then all that will happen is Kickstarter will let you know when our actual full Kickstarter with a full 4-minute promo with interviews with the cast and crew and director and the secret as yet unannounced, I think, 90s pop DJ superstars that are doing the music. All those people who are in the main trailer, you'll see that on the 27th, Friday, 2 weeks yesterday. But only if you notify me on launch. Notify me on launch. Now, let me just say that at the start of this stream, I had pre-notifications. That's people signing up to say, I'm happy to be pre-notified. I'll put in my Apple ID or whatever it is, or my Google info, and you can sign up to Kickstarter. That's fine. I had 199. Only 199. And now, thanks to, mainly, I've got to be honest, thanks so far to Kickstarter, but let me know if you're on X or YouTube or Instagram and you signed up. Now, I'm refreshing. Let's have a look. Yes! 209, ladies and gentlemen. 209 people have signed up to be pre-notified of our movie Kickstarter by going to controlaidelete.net and clicking on the Kickstarter logos. I think you probably got the message. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the music down. There we go. Definitely fades out the music. Right, I'll do that. And I'll turn it back up in case I forget. And then I'm going to play you the trailers. Right, I'm going to play 2 trailers. Now, these are the vertical versions of the trailers, which my usuals, the likes of, God, there's so many of you in chat. Supersonics Jim, big up, Skewy Cat, Ponder, the amazing Phil Hoy. Dude, you get your own round of applause. You're so supportive, man. If I could support anything you're doing, you just let me know. Sarah, how you doing? Sarah. And so many other people, if I've not mentioned you, because my regulars have seen the widescreen cinematic version of the trailer, I'm going to go for the special vertical one. Here we go. Trailer number 1. This is my new movie, Control AI Delete teaser trailer. Hello, I'm Jason Bradbury, and I've got an incredible story that I need you to help us tell. While you might recognise me from The Gadget Show, what you might not know is that I've got a deep passion for film. A fascination with retro gaming and just about anything from the 80s and 90s. Since studying film and TV at university, I had a 20-year career in television, but I was always interested in trying to do something cinematic. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Wave my hands either side of the vertical trailer. Hi! How you doing, folks? You've just joined, you're thinking, what the hell's going on? That's the vertical trailer to my new movie, Control AI Delete. We're going to be doing a quiz in a minute, folks. We're going to be doing it a little bit differently. But we're going to be doing a quiz because this is Way of the Exploding Show. But because we started on TikTok an hour ago, we're going to call it a special, which is why it says special. Loads of questions in chat. So apparently I got a boost this morning from Susie on James Martin's Saturday Morning Kitchen. That's really interesting. Forgetful Yeti. Tell me about it. I'm interested because someone else said that you were on Saturday Kitchen this morning, Jace. They said that on X, and I didn't know what they meant. Could you explain? Was Susie on there? Were they interviewing Susie? Is that the idea? Was she talking about the Gadget Show podcast? Maybe. I would imagine. I think she's friends, though, isn't she, with James Martin? But Susie and I are doing a podcast. It's called the Gadget Show Podcast, and it rocks. And it's on the new series. Just started, actually. Well, has it started? We did a special about the Apple iPhone 16 with the old AI on the A18 chips, which is quite interesting. And the new Apple Watch 10. And we also talked, what else did we talk about? The IFA show in Berlin, which John Bentley had been to, so he popped in. That was quite fun. And that's all kind of cool stuff like flying cars and crazy stuff like that. And we also talked about the PlayStation 5 Pro. Phil Hoy, did you give me an answer about that? Good evening, Max. And Sarah's still in that. Lovely to see you, Sarah. Thank you for those bits, you sweetheart. That's so lovely. Yay! Sarah said she watched that special that I'm referring to. Other people were saying stuff. Yeah, Gadget Show did change. It did change. It went through some different identities, didn't it? But now, yeah, I'd like to say that the OG crew are back doing the podcast. So do check that out. Atari ST, obviously a musician in the house. That's Matt Baycroft. Do you remember the MIDI ports on the Atari ST computer? Wicked, wicked, wicked. Yep. I met you once at Swindon Station, says Gadget Mouse. I work on the platform. You were very polite. I'm always polite, Gadget Mouse. I'm always polite. I just think if you're arrogant enough to put yourself in front of a camera that people pay a license fee for, or, you know, pay effectively by their presence, pay advertisers, the least you can do is be polite. I found my old copy of Dot Robot, Rachel, the other day as I was checking the move out, and now FYP put me here. That's so lovely. That's so cool. That's for everyone listening, that's a book that I wrote way back on the Gadget Show. 10K phase from the TikTok gang. The movie that is. Let me see, Dazza. Honestly, hyped for this. Thank you, Dazza. That's from X. Sarah, I'm going on holiday on Thursday to Mallorca. Yay! Go on holiday, Sarah. Go and enjoy yourself. You deserve it. If you don't already have a PS5, it's maybe not for me. I'm such a fan. I've got them already. I'm not such a fan of consoles, but it's still expensive, especially with no physical media. Yeah, Ponder over on Twitch is responding to my question earlier about the PS5 Pro and whether we think that, what was it, $699? Whether you think that makes that constitutes value for money. They broke. It's called breaking the ceiling, isn't it? And once in a while, you know, companies, corporations do this, and you realise that we've entered a new age where we're expected to pay £700 for a console. But the person's look, I'm interested in anyone's opinion, including Supersonic's Jim. I think most people are going to spend £700 on a minor upgrade. They're not going to, right? Sorry. Yeah. I'm interested in what Phil Hoy thinks. Phil Hoy might have gone because he's very, very, very busy. Because he does a podcast all about PlayStation. It's called In PS We Trust, and it's really good. Gareth Ross. Hi, Gareth, one of my regulars from YouTube. How you doing, bro? It's been a while. Just popping in for a moment. I haven't popped in all summer. Hope you have a great one. And with the Kickstarter coming, I know you have. I won a copy of this year's F1 from the Gadget Show. No, did you? Yeah, because we had the developers for the F1 games. Is it? I want to say Signosis. Am I going mad? Anyway. Did you like the jazz hands? Oh, good. I'm glad you clipped that. That's funny. Yeah, Tune Lenny. The PS5 does need some physical media. Instagram. Got to show you some love, Insta. Got to show you some love. Great to see you. Blackwater Park. Skysurf Media. Black Dog. Charlie Street. Jenny. Jeff Q75. Joe. Deacon Jamie. Junku. Come on, stop selling stuff. You're letting yourself down. Brian Wilson. It does feel a bit like that. Are you talking about my movie, Brian? Am I selling my movie too hard, or am I selling gadgets? I don't know. Let me know. Talk shows. See you at Saxon Street in November, mate. Evil Robot Me. Wicked. Can't wait. Hello, Wildcard. All right, we're back there now. So lovely to see you all. Right, I think we should probably start doing the quiz, which is going to be a bit different today, and it's different because, frankly, I've had so much stuff to do that I've not been able to, in all honesty, I've not been able to do the questions graphically. All right, I'm just going to try and do something here. I want to show you what I've been doing. So, but don't worry, we've got a quiz. It's going to work. It's going to work fine. We've got a couple of visuals as well. Certainly got at least one visual answer. I want to see if I can just get this. I think I can. I might be able to just import this file. So what I did was I got the Sinclair C5 out today. So I've got a Sinclair C5 and it features in the movie, Control AI Delete. And if I'm pushing it too hard, what are you going to do? I'm in a Kickstarter situation and I've got to let everyone know about it because this is the biggest project I've ever been involved with. And a lot of people, they're depending on me to get this movie made. And without you and your support, it ain't going to happen. It's an epic project. And it involves loads of retro gaming and cool stuff like that. But you can see it on that website, controlaidelete.net. Please click any Kickstarter logo on the site. Go through to be notified. Click to be notified. That's the cool thing. That's the main thing. Click to be notified. Hang on. Anyway, it features a Sinclair C5. In fact, the main trailer, yeah, you've not seen it. The main trailer is 4 minutes long, and that's what you'll see next Friday, the 27th of September, when the actual Kickstarter launches. That's what you're clicking to be notified of, that we're going to launch, right? And it features the Sinclair C5. And I wanted to get the Sinclair C5 out because I'm going to be doing some publicity with it. And I realised the batteries were flat. The batteries were flat on the Sinclair C5, so I went to Halfords today and I spent 120 quid on 2 new batteries. And then I fitted it. I thought, well, it'd be rude not to give it a go. It was sunny, and I filmed a video this afternoon about going out in the car in the Sinclair C5. So let me just try this. Okay, we're going to give this a name. Yo. And I'm going to bring it into the center of the screen so that everyone, including everyone in TikTok, because everyone, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, X, all of you lot are joined and must say hello to TikTok because they're here. And they're here in great number, actually. So that TikTok can see it and people on Instagram. I'm going to do this. You should see it now, actually. There we go. So I guess lots of us like to go out with our vehicle of choice on a sunny weekend. But this is my retro vehicle of choice right now. It's going to be loud because TikTok audio is a bit different to everyone else's. Okay, almost there, folks. Almost there. This is me telling you why I have not got the questions in the normal graphical form today. It's because I've been filming this video. Now, I can't hear it, but I think you probably can. I'm guessing
conservation of energy in the C5.
I'll just turn it on so I can hear it. There we go.
And a little twist of the throttle.
Let's make some weird
which I've modified
glitch in the matrix. Okay. What have I just done? Have I just done something weird?
Nice car, mate.
There we go. Yep. So this is a new little video that I just put out on X. Have a look at the X post. It's out there if you want to see it again. Featuring the Sinclair C5. And, yeah, it's amazing. Going out in a Sinclair C5 just makes people smile. Everyone is so happy to see this thing. They love it. This gentleman is a friend of mine from Newquay. And his little face lit up. Especially when I said, you can have a go in it. He said, perfect, look. And that was down on the beach. The sun was out. The sun was out, ladies and gentlemen. I'll play the opening because I didn't play it. And then And then I'll just pause it in the middle. There you go. Look at that lovely shot on the beach there at Fistral in Newquay. Yeah.
So I guess lots of us like to go out with our vehicle of choice on a sunny weekend. But this is my retro vehicle of choice.
There you go. There's the Sinclair C5. There's me trying to brake as I almost hit 30 miles an hour down the hill,
Yeah,
but I probably
pedal
shouldn't
assist.
tell you that.
Pedal assist just to help. Because conservation of energy.
You can tell it was shot today because I'm wearing the same T-shirt I'm still wearing. I'm so cheap.
And,
Chris Taylor, how you doing? You're not sad for owning a Sinclair C5?
modified.
Yeah, I'll turn it off. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sinclair C5, which, yes, features in my new movie. If you've just joined, I'll just give you a quick plug of the URL, then we get into the competition. There you go. Control AI, delete.net. Learn all about the movie that features Sinclair C5 and other items of retro goodness, Commodore 64s, Amigas, arcade machines galore, and an evil AI. There you go. Awesome stuff. Right. Okay, let's get the quiz going. Okay. Time for the quiz, peeps. Time for the quiz. In this, a special edition of The Way of the Exploding Show, which normally goes out every Sunday on X and Facebook and Instagram and Twitch and YouTube. But today, because of family stuff I've got to do tomorrow, and because it's an important week for the Kickstarter, I've only got 2 weeks to get you all to sign up to notify for the Kickstarter, to get over to the Kickstarter via that URL I showed you in a minute. Because of that, I want to keep pushing the movie. I thought, well, I'll do the show on Saturday instead, right? Okay, so there we go. Right. It's going to be difficult to talk to all of you, but I'll do my very, very best. We're going to start the quiz, and the quiz is going to be done. It's going to be delivered today verbally, but there are some images. So here we go. And the way that the quiz works, we get some music on. Hang on. Okay. A little bit of music. The music has to be low because TikTok gets deafened by it. Tom Syndicate. No, that's not Tom Syndicate. Is Tom Syndicate in the house? Has Tom Syndicate just popped in and I didn't even know? Please tell me that I didn't miss the awesome Tom Syndicate, ladies and gentlemen. He says to me, look, what an absolute legend. Dude, you're the legend. I'll tell you my Tom Syndicate story, right? If you're still there, bro. Is that on TikTok? Tom Syndicate was a young man. He came to Gadget Show Live. And I think that's where we met. And he was very, very enthusiastic. And at the time, he had a few followers. And we played... what did we play? It wasn't Counter-Strike, was it? Warzone? No, Warzone wasn't. I think it was Call of Duty. It would have been OG Call of Duty. And Tom Syndicate came along and we played together. And he said, oh, yeah, I'm doing YouTube. And I'm going to be honest, at that time, no one understood. Tom understood. But no one understood that YouTube was going to be as big as it is. We're talking about a guy, by the way, who's got millions and millions of followers over several channels and goes to America and does blogs. He's got a young family. Lovely young family. Congratulations to you. I remember your dad. Coming to Gadget Show Live a year later or 2 years later, whatever, for his birthday. You, sir, are the legend. And I hope that you saw that. And if you didn't, if you lovely, lovely people, if you follow Tom on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, tell him that I gave him a big shout out because it's beautiful that he came in. So we're going to do the quiz. And the way we do it is normally they come up on the screen, but I'm just going to verbally ask you the questions. And then you're going to answer. And you type the answer into chat. That's all you do. You type it into chat, okay? And then you remember what you typed in. And we go back through them, and you give us a score out of 10. It might sound strange. It might sound like it might not work, but it works. We do it every Sunday, and it's going to work. So the first question, and all the questions, by the way, are about sort of what we call new retro. So it's 80s, 90s, anything south of the noughties, but also contemporary stuff that references noughties. So there might be a question about Stranger Things, for example, right? Or a question about the remake of Beetlejuice. There isn't this week, but... you get the vibe. And all you do is you write a simple version. Don't write 1, 2, 3, or 4, or something like that. Write, the answer as articulated by me, and then you'll need to remember it. Right, first question. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Oh, and don't embellish. Don't tell everyone, I know this. You'd have to be stupid not to know this, because that'll spoil it for them. Question number 1 in this evening's Way of the Exploding Quiz is, what year was the original Shinobi arcade game released by Sega? Starting on a tough one. I know that's tough. I'm going to be honest. If I wasn't Quizmaster, I'd be guessing. What year was the original Shinobi arcade game released by Sega? And now I give you 4 answers, and you guys choose which one. 1985, 1986, 1987, or 1988. I'm going to say that again. What year was the original Shinobi arcade game released by Sega? When did they release it? 85, 86, 87, or 88? I can see loads of you on the TikTok, on the talk that is the tick, clicking in the dates, putting them in there. Putting them in there. I love it. And I'm just going to check on some of the... Let's just going to do that. I'm going to check on some of the other platforms as well. Over to Insta. Where's Insta? Over on the left-hand side. There we go. Yo, yo, yo! Whitey Wicked Workshop just joined. J-Lark Photographer. Well done, Psychic Janet. Eds, you're so... you lovely people. I thought you might not find me based on the fact that we're doing this on a Saturday. Rye Stars as well, another regular. There we go. Okay, so you've all put your answers into chat. Wow, there's so many different people from so many different places. Yep. That's my regulars. Ponder, Skewy Cat. Philip, how are you back? I was asking for your opinion on the PS5 earlier. Don't know if you got the memo, my friend. Rocky. Lee Jameson. ZX Renew. Got some new names coming in from some of my regular platforms, which is great. Okay, right, next question. If you've just joined, I think it's pretty obvious what we're doing. We're answering questions, quiz questions about the 80s, the 90s, new retro, we call it. Question number 2. Just write the answer in chat if you've just joined. What is the name of the protagonist ninja in the Shinobi series? So we've asked a question about Shinobi. We're asking another one and saying, what's the name of the protagonist ninja? So the main ninja in, well, certainly in the first game, we'll say. Several others. Is it Ryu Hayabusa? Or Hayabusa? Is it Joe Musashi? Is it Kenji Kurakawa? Or is it Hiroshi Yamamoto? And I can only apologise if you are Japanese for my woeful attempt at pronunciation. But I do my best, folks. I do my best. Got some great questions this week. I'm just sorry that I can't. Normally, folks, I mean, TikTok wouldn't know this. They come up on screen. They're all graphics. They look well cool. But I just couldn't get it done. I couldn't get it done because of the aforementioned video that took me about 4 hours to film and I had to go and buy the batteries for the Sinclair C5 because they turned... Did I tell you that? It turned out the batteries had dried up and they were rubbish. And so they wouldn't take a charge. So I had to buy new ones. And then I had to bomb around in it. And then I had to assemble the footage and put it into an X tweet. I tell you what, if there's anything you can do in the next few weeks, anyone, to get behind my posts, that's really helpful, actually. I'm not too proud to ask you because the posts link to the Kickstarter project that is the sponsor of this show, Control AI Delete, an amazing new retro gaming movie, which me and some friends have written, and we're putting it together as a Kickstarter project. Well, I wrote it with one other guy, my lifelong friend, Mark Felgate, comedian, brilliant guy. He's actually in one of the trailers. If you go along to that website, ctrlaidelete.net, you'll see the amazing retro gaming movie where a bunch of retro gamers take on a rogue AI using nothing but things like, Amigas, Atari STs, to the person in chat that mentioned it, ZX Spectrums, Commodore 64s, that sort of stuff. It's really funny. It's really genuinely funny. We've got a Hollywood director. We've got a RADA-trained actor. We've got some other really experienced actors. It's going to kick butt. But we've got to get our Kickstarter goal, which is quite modest. It's 50,000 quid. The Kickstarter goes live next Friday, and I need your help. To help you, to help us, we've got some amazing merchandise and stuff that you can buy, like this shirt, which says on the back, AI stole my job, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. See that? Well, hey! Little punchline there. We also got a brand new mug. I think I'm allowed to tell you this. Hey, I stole my job and all I got was this lousy mug. We're getting that. You can buy a role on the movie. You can get your name in the high score honour screen of the fictional arcade machine that is central to the narrative. So that'd be cool, wouldn't it? And they're very inexpensive, these things. Just to be clear again, we'll carry on with a quiz. Thanks for putting your answers in, I can see. Control-AR-Delete.net, go along there, and then when you're there, click on any Kickstarter logo that you see, and it'll take you to the Kickstarter. And what I would ask is that you click Notify Me on launch. And what I'm going to do right now, because that means that all you're doing is saying I'd like to be told when the Kickstarter goes live, which is 2 weeks yesterday. I know there's an issue with audio on TikTok, dude. I can't help it. I've not been able to figure it out. I think it's mono in one ear or something. I don't know what it is. Well, it wouldn't be mono if it's in one ear. It'd be stereo, broken stereo. But you know what I mean. Yeah, Notify Me on launch, and let's have a look. We started out tonight with 199 followers on the Notify Me on launch part of the Kickstarter for the film. Oh my God, that's awesome. We're on 211. I love you, people. I love you. Thank you so much. I just refreshed it in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Real time. Right, next question. Question 3 in tonight's quiz. What film is this the log line for? So a log line in filmic language, in case you're not aware, is the kind of descriptive line of the movie that's often on a poster. Man is the warmest place to hide. Does that sound like it's on the poster or a description officially from the studio of The Thing from 1982? Or how about 1986's Aliens movie? Or from 1979, Alien? Or does it sound like Ghostbusters from 1984? Man is the warmest place to hide. And remember, don't embellish in chat. Don't tell everyone that you're convinced of the answer because of this, that, and the other, because they want to obviously take part. If you've just joined, we're doing a quiz. Pop your answer into chat. We're currently streaming on X and Facebook and Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and for the first time with a sort of normal way of the Exploding Show lineup, TikTok. TikTok, you don't stop. Love it. Thank you. Met you, Sam. Nice to meet you again, Sam Jones. Great for the Gadget Show live. I'm sure I spotted you in the NEC this week. No, I wasn't there, Declan. That must have been my doppelganger. People, including Donald, entering what they think is the correct answer. Come on, TikTok. Put your answers into chat to the third... is it the third question? In our quiz. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. Right, we're going to move things on because I can see that time is ticking away. Question number 4, when he said, I do, he never said what he did. That's another log line, a descriptive sentence officially associated with the film, usually on a poster. When he said, I do, he never said what he did. Is that Total Recall from 1990? Is that Big Trouble in Little China? True Lies or Romancing the Stone? Total Recall, Big Trouble in Little China, True Lies or Romancing the Stone. That belongs to the line, when he said, I do, he never said what he did. I love it. I love it. What a great line that is. So good. So, VBS shared the live. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm really interested. Are you watching on VBS's stream, my stream? If so, that's so cool. I love that. Share away, my friends. Share away. I haven't played Astrobot yet. Name cannot be blank. That's quite funny. Name cannot be blank. No, I haven't played it. My friend Gamertag VR has, though. He's a good one to follow on X. Over to Instagram. How you doing, my Instas? My Insta homies. Joe, JRob52, my homie time, Tori79, Eds. How you doing? Alexander Juan, Plastic Blue, Rough Neck, sort of spelt with a 3. Hi Jason, met you in Newquay today. Upton Joe, how you doing, man? It said it made your day. Well, I'm blooming flattered, mate. Absolutely flattered. You showed us some of your footage earlier. Beautiful, looked beautiful. Thanks, Psychic Janet. Thank you. I don't even need to ask you if you're signed up to the Kickstarter. I know you will be. Okay, good. I'll talk to the rest of you in a second, but first we're going to do the next question. Question number 5. Let's get some tunes on. Turn that down because TikTok get deafened. Question number 5. Which early 80s vector game involved piloting a tank through a variety of missions, notable for its first-person perspective? Am I talking about Space Invaders? Am I talking about Battlezone? Am I talking about Missile Command? Or am I talking about Tank Battalion? Which one of those? I'll read it again. Which early 80s vector game involved piloting a tank through a variety of missions, notable for its first-person shooter perspective? Is that a description of Space Invaders, Battlezone, Mission Command, or Tank Battalion? There you go. That's question number 5 in tonight's quiz, ladies and people. It's Way of the Exploding Quiz. This is Way of the Exploding Show. In fact, it's a bit of a Way of the Exploding Show. Well, I'd say it was a special, wouldn't you? Because, you know, we're not doing the normal stuff. Normally it's on a Sunday at 9 p.m. And normally we don't welcome our brethren from TikTok into the house, but we did today. We've done it today, ladies and gents. I can see it, Drew. Thanks, JP, for the many happy memories. The many happy memories. Drew, I'm glad I saw that. My pleasure. Coming over from X. And Stringer, we met in Cafe Nero, didn't we? In Nuki. Wicked to see you. There's Skewy, ZX Renew, all giving answers. I can only assume the Twitter chat isn't as prominent now that we have TikTok. I'm here. I'm so sorry. Phil Hoy, it is prominent. It is. It is. I just, as I spin back, I just can't see your... do you know what happens? Because we've got so much chat, I just noticed as I scrolled up to the top, just to prove that I... was looking for you, that it actually stops at the top, so it goes and then that goes, and so 10 minutes ago you can't see what the chat was. Do you see what I mean? So no, dude, I'm there. Do me a favour, let me know, Philip Hoy, what I just want to know what your PS5 Pro thoughts are, bro. Drew Sharp, yeah, I did paintballing show. I did do a paintballing show, my friend. I did indeed. Okay, so we're going to go over to the next question. The music seems to be... All the music seems to sort of not last very long this evening. I'm going to put my favourite tune on. You know what it's called. It's called Love Me or Let Go. Got the volume down a bit. Love it. Beautiful. And with this fine tune playing, I'm going to read you question number 6 of tonight's quiz. Now, this is based on the fact that I bought a couple of VHSs today because I've been using a VHS player and I'm watching VHSs because I'm trying to understand movies as they were intended to be viewed in the 80s, or certainly as they were experienced by many of us in the 80s. More on that another time. What unique condition, and one of the movies I bought today on VHS was Blade. What unique condition does Blade from the 1998 film of the same name suffer from due to the circumstances of his birth? I'll read that again. What unique condition does Blade from the 1998 film of the same name suffer from due to the circumstances of his birth? A. Pure vampirism or vampirism. B. Daywalker. C. Lycanthropy. Or D. Immortality. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more in case I give it away. Can you hear that music? Do you love this tune? No one's mentioned my glasses actually. I've had these glasses for a while, but I've just had them glazed. Is that the right phrase? Do you get glasses glazed, or is that a shop window? You said third time lucky, Phil. I'm there, bro. Okay, you're answering the question. Fair enough. I'll look back again in a minute. I think, Phil, it's just the sheer volume of chat tonight, which is a wonderful thing, and I'm very flattered to have it, is making it difficult for me to see. This mic is a Scarlett Studio, standard Scarlett mic from the Focusrite range. and it's plugged into a Synthetic Pro Audio sound card, external sound card, which is actually designed and made by my friend in Nottingham. Mr. Anderson, you said that you used to wear glasses and then one day you woke up and you didn't need to. You lucky bugger. Philip, I keep looking, but I don't see your thoughts. I don't want to wind you up, though. I've got a feeling I'm going to upset you. I'm going to be like, all right, Jace, enough. All right, Phil Mole, you saw me on the Sinclair C5 earlier today. That's brilliant. All right, so well done if you've answered in chat. Thank you so much. Thank you to Pugster, Psychic Janet as well. Yeah, there's lots on TikTok, Psychic. Insta Greyburn, Ben Charles 2000. What are your thoughts on the PS5 Pro? See? You see? People want to know. My thoughts? I'll give you my thoughts. It costs money to invest in the state of the art. That machine is going to provide a level of ray tracing that would cost you a fortune in a kind of bespoke PC, which I've got here. I'm a PC Master Race kind of guy. But I've also got my Steam Deck's down there. I've got all the retro consoles. I've got an Xbox in the other room. And I think sometimes, you know, when these consoles drop, they've got to future-proof themselves for several years. And not that I know a great deal about it, but I know that the ray tracing, especially in the 4K department, is going to be incredible. And it's going to be attuned to the platform, and it's going to mean that those games that take account of what, I forget what they were calling, Phil Hoy will tell us, but there's a special brand name they've given to the spatial, the video aspect, the special video mode that they've got that they can roll with on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Those games are going to look absolutely kick-ass. But it was the ray tracing that excited me. I'm not too bothered about, I mean, everyone went on about the lack of physical media. I don't really care. I know that you can't trade games afterwards because they're like digital, and that is annoying, I agree. But that's another debate. I'd be interested to do a kind of comparison between, you know, top price consoles back in the day adjusted for inflation, you know, so that you get a 2024 price on, say, a Dreamcast. If someone wants to do that and let us know, that'd be cool. But Mark Howarth, how you doing, dude? Good to see you. But you need Phil Hoy on this. I'm just going to pop over there before we carry on with the quiz. Astrobot is amazing, apparently. Game of the year. I can see it. I can see it, bro. John Japan, how you doing, bro? Shouldn't the original PS5 have offered ray tracing in the first place? I think ray tracing is very hardware dependent, though, isn't it? And that's why the new PS5 with the hardware on board is able to do it. Yeah, behind all the fancy graphics, says Pondy, you still need a game that's fun. I agree, and let's be honest, Sony are pretty good at delivering those titles. We know Nintendo are, but Sony are in particular. Do you know what? I think there must be something up with the chat, because if you've said for a fourth time, what I'm sort of expecting is Philip Hoy is a kind of, you know, like a paragraph of stuff, but that's cool. It's no problem. Right, okay, so here we are. Right, which vampire is Blade primarily battling against in the first film? Dracula, Lucian, Deacon Frost, or Victor? Which vampire is Blade primarily battling against in the first film? Dracula, Lucian, Deacon Frost, or Victor? Okay, these are all potential answers for a question about Blade. But which one is it? Enter it into chat. That's question number 7. And we're going to go back in a minute and we're going to look at all the answers. So if you've just joined, answer the last few questions. And then you'll know when we come back what the answers are. GoldenEye for the N64. This is Mr. Anderson in TikTok. Was 50 quid, and Call of Duty without skins was 100. Really? What the first generation Call of Duty? 50 quid for... So when did... Let's try and do this as a calculation, right? Let's do this as a calculation. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so N64 GoldenEye release, right? So that was released in 1997, right? So I'll use an AI to do it. How cool is that? I'm going to use ChatGPT. I'm going to say, adjust £50. Oh, God. I've only got the blooming dollar sign. Oh, for God's sake. £50 sterling, all right. Because I've got a tiny keyboard for, what was it, 1997, was it? 1997 for 2024 prices. Does that work? Let's see if that works. Adjust £50 sterling for 1997, from 1997. Okay, so £50 sterling from 1997 is approximately equivalent to £97.39 in 2024. So that means that to buy your game of GoldenEye for the N64 now would be 97 quid. Well, what about the N64? N64 price in pounds on launch. That's Google. That's 250 quid. It dropped to 150 quid a month later, but we're going to go with, because you know they might drop the PS5 Pro. We're going to go with 250 quid, right? All right, and we're going to go to the AI, and we're going to say, all right, we can say, P.S. Please don't kill us when you become sentient. I'm going to say, adjust price in, when did the N64 launch? Was it 97 we said? Oh God, N64 launch date is 96, okay. Adjust price from 1997 for Nintendo 64 at 250 quid for 2024 prices. It's a bit of a convoluted sentence. We will get back to the competition, I promise you. By the way, welcome to Wave the Exploding Show. It's Saturday. We normally go out on a Sunday, but we're doing things a little bit different today, and that's why we've got the word special in our titles. It's a Wave the Exploding Show special, ladies and gentlemen. You're very, very welcome for joining us. Thank you so much. Hello to X, hello to YouTube, hello to Instagram and Facebook and Twitch, and also hello to TikTok. And it's great to see all of you simultaneously broadcasting, it's great. Welcome. We were just talking about whether we think 799 quid is a huge amount of money. 699 quid is a lot of money for the new PlayStation 5 Pro. And it turns out that if it were a Nintendo 64, which we now know launched in 1997, adjusting for inflation, it would be priced at £487. So if you were to say that you feel that the N64, with all of its unique design, it was very unique, wasn't it? From a product design point of view, like that power converter, that block that plugs into the back, the fact that you could have that chip where you could upgrade it. Do you remember you could upgrade the chip, couldn't you, to play like Perfect Dark and stuff? Or was that in the controller? I can't remember. And those controllers were absolutely unique, weren't they? The reason I'm saying that, from a design point of view, the N64 was remarkable, wasn't it? I mean, that controller, which you can still play one-handed, not everyone's choice. I'm a fan of the N64 controller, but a lot of people aren't. My God, it was incredible. So you could argue that the amount of innovation required to make that game that brought us the likes of Donkey Kong and what was it? Which Donkey Kong was it? It was really good. And GoldenEye, which is what started this whole conversation, cost, we'll call it 500 quid, whereas the new PlayStation costs 700 quid. Isn't that an interesting comparison? It could be that the chips now that provide awesome levels of reality, right? Awesome levels of realism, should I say. The aforementioned ray tracing upgrade being a case in point. It might be that those chips are just expensive at the moment. It could be that politically, because of what's going on with China and Taiwan and the chip production, that it might be expensive right now, but it could be cheaper in a year's time, depending on what happens in world politics. I don't know. That's my opinion. What do you think? Anyway, I do know this much. It's time to get back to the quiz, ladies and gentlemen. PS3 was over 600 quid on launch day in 2007. My heavily pregnant wife wasn't very happy. Was it? Was it really? PS3 was 600 quid? Super FX chip used in Star Fox. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Donald. Yes, I've met the Sent Into Space team. My mate Chris owns the company. Chris is a friend of mine, Jacktooth. Lovely to see you. Yeah, lovely to see you. Listen to this. Donald paid £199 for their Atari 2600 in 1980. 200 quid. Did you really pay that in 1980? I'm sure that if you adjusted 199 quid for inflation, that would be 600 quid, wouldn't it, for 2024? I'm aware I've got a competition to run. If someone wants to do that, go for it. But be nice to the AI, yeah? Say please and thank you, because I don't want to, get killed by a robot revolution. Right, let's have a look over on in chat world. The PS5 Pro has 2 to 3 times improvement in ray tracing performance. So yes, just not as good, says Supersonics Jim. Supersonics Jim. It's amazing to think people thought the PS3 was a rip-off at the time, but when you consider what you were getting, it wasn't that bad. Think people are looking back at the PS5 Pro announcement and realizing how good of a deal it actually, you say was, but I think you mean is. An order of magnitude cheaper, though, actually. So Pondo is talking about getting a Spectrum, or they've re-announced the Spectrum, haven't they? There's a new Spectrum coming out with loads of games on it. This is the original, obviously, because I like original hardware. But there's a much more convenient version of this, which I'm expecting is going to have something like an HDMI on it, and that's going to be available. And it's 89 quid, isn't it? 85 quid. Is that what you're referring to? Cruising on Broadway. I don't know why you're saying that. I have a game for the C64 based on a Spectrum game. All right, there you go. Okay, final point, and then we'll move on with the quiz. Supersonics Jim, $699 is definitely too much for the PS5 Pro. There's no optical drive, which is an extra 100 quid on top, and the upgrades based on Sony Showcase don't seem that big. The reason a PS4 Pro seemed worthwhile was it offered improvements that seemed tangible. For example, 4K, and it did it for the same price as the standard PS4's launch price and not an increased premium. PS5 Pro just seems massively overpriced. Supersonics Jim, well, what can I say? You're a superstar for going to the lengths you just went to. If you do want to know a little bit more about my actual opinion, and I've got access to notes and the thoughts and the research that I did, then you should probably watch the Gadget Show podcast, which we've done a special about the PS5 Pro and the iPhone 16s, which is now available. Go to my X, you'll see it. Jason Bradbury on X, you'll see it. We're going to carry on with the questions now. Oh, is that Ronin Racing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ronin Sim Racing, rather. Right, okay. Here we go. Questions, my friends. Question number 8. In the 1975 film Jaws, I think you're going to get this. What is the name of the ship's captain hired to hunt the shark? So, Jaws, 1975. The dude on the ship, the dude that runs the ship, the captain of the ship, is it Captain Quinn? Is it Captain Ahab? Is it Captain Quint? Or is it Captain Bligh? In this quiz, folks, if you just joined, go for it. Be my guest. Just give me the answer. Don't embellish. Wicked, wicked, wicked. So many of you around. It's lovely to see you. Oh, that was question 8. Did I say question 7? Yeah, question 8. So getting sidetracked is the point. It's a show, and it's about retro tech and gadgets, my darling. So forgive me, but I will go off on tangents and chat lit up with everyone's opinion about the PS5 Pro. Glenn Beckett, good to see you. Cornelius, Pete, good to see you too. Over on Instagram, we've got Dave's Mint, or Dave's Mint, is that right? Beth Oakley, Jay Fitzsimmons, Marsh, Watchmaker Alex, Quay Coffee, Ben Charles, another opinion about the PS5. Astrobot may talk me into getting a PS5. From what I've seen so far, it looks ace. That controller looks amazing, doesn't it? I mean, their hardware is exceptional, and that's effectively what you're buying, isn't it, with a PS5 Pro? Best game of the year for sure. Although, best indie game this year is Defo. Thank goodness you're here. Interesting. I had a bit of news, actually, for the show tonight. I had a news item about an amazing new game, but I'll finish the competition. Called Holstin. 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 It's cool. It's really, really cool. If you're talking about indie games, it's available on Steam soon. There's a demo there. And it's like a kind of tech noir, but it's pixelated, but it's got a first-person mode. It's so cool. Anyway, I'm aware Sarah's going to get upset with me. She already told me that I'm getting sidetracked. Right. Question number 9. Remember, just answer in chat. Just write the answer to this one. Name the game from the opening title screen. Aha! I've got an image to show you. Okay, here we go. Okay. That's an image which I've messed with quite badly using Photoshop on purpose. And the question around that image is, name the game from the opening title screen. Is it Desert Strike? Is it Operation Wolf? Is it Army Men? Or is it Contra? That is the first, well, I'm guessing one of the first loading screens. I don't know that for sure, actually. It's one of the title screens. It could be a subchapter, but it's pretty iconic, really. And it's of one of those games. Desert Strike. Is it from Operation Wolf? Is it from Army Men? Or is it from Contra? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Way of the Exploding Show. And this is a Way of the Exploding Show special. Is that right? Did it say special? I'm not sure. I'll try again. And it's special because it's on a Saturday. Normally, the show happens on a Sunday and at 9 o'clock. And this time, we're actually not on Saturday because I've got family stuff on. And the reason I wanted to do it is because I've got to get the message out about this incredible project, which you can see if I move my arm. ControlAIDelete.net, which is an incredible movie project that I'm absolutely honoured to be part of. I mean, I wrote the film, so I'm a pretty big part of it, with my mate, who's a stand-up comedian. But we've got a whole bunch of other people attached to it who are absolutely lovely. It's a real grassroots effort to make an incredible film. That's what the website looks like. That's what you'll see, although that's actually a video when you go there to ControlAIDelete.net. And when you go there, if you see a Kickstarter sign, give it a click. Click the Kickstarter logos on the website after you've read about, the story, which is about a bunch of retro gamers that use retro gaming computers to hack a global malevolent AI. And you'll go along to the Kickstarter website. And when you get to the Kickstarter website, whoops, pressed the wrong button. I do apologise. Go along to the Kickstarter website and you'll hopefully see this. Notify me on launch. Notify me on launch. It won't cause a nuclear explosion. That's just me getting a little bit dramatic. But what it will do is it will mean on Friday the 27th, which is 2 weeks yesterday, you'll be notified by Kickstarter when you might have forgotten all about this thing that hopefully you'll think is cool, that we've launched. And when we do launch, we're going to have amazing things to offer you, like cool merch. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Cool merch, wicked merch with the logo for the movie on it. You can actually see just there. That's actually a physical version of the sign that the rioters used, which is what that's based on. And other cool stuff, like hoodies and that. Hoodies. This t-shirt, which says on the back, AI stole my job, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. And you'll also get opportunities to be in the movie, to get the Blu-ray all signed by everyone. And we've got some cool trailers. We showed the trailers at the start of the show. I'll show them at the end, but I don't want to be unprofessional because we're in the middle of a quiz. And I think, well, are we at the last question? Okay, question number 10. Here we go. Good luck. Just write the answer in chat. We're talking about a 1985 arcade game that features a Cyclops mammoth. Do you know a 1985 arcade game that features a Cyclops mammoth? Am I talking about Dragon's Lair? Could I have just described Joust? Does that sound like something you'd find in Frogger? And what about the game of Space Harrier? Does that have a Cyclops mammoth in it? One of those 4 games has a Cyclops mammoth in it, which if you were talking about any other genre would be batshit crazy, but no, not in video games. It's quite normal. So there you go. Some mythical beast can be found in this game, which we would describe as a Cyclops, Mammoth, Dragon's Lair, Joust, Frogger, or Space Harrier? Let me know, people. Let me know. And that's the 10th question, ladies and gentlemen. We got there. We're going to go back now, and we're going to look at the answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to tell me if you got... Let's say we've just done one answer. I've provided you with one answer. You write 1/1 if you got it right, or 0/1 if you got it wrong. That's everyone on TikTok needs to do that. YouTube, you know that. Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and X. All of you need to tell us. So if we're 3 questions in, let's say you got the first 2 right but the third one wrong, you'd write 2/3. And that way we get to see in some really exciting little denouement, which is French for, I don't know, what, the end? And it gets very exciting. So here we go. We're going to jump back right now. And the first question is, what year was the original Shinobi arcade game released in Japan? And the answer is 1987. If you wrote 1987, I want to see a 1 out of 1. If you got that right, I want to see 1/1 in chat. If you've just joined, where have you been? I've been on air for 2 hours. And we've been talking about all kinds of cool stuff. We've just done our quiz and we're going through the answers. But you can still enjoy the few seconds between me asking the question, re-asking the question and providing the answer to see if you can get it. Question number 2. Oh, where are we? Hang on. I've got to just tell you. 1 out of 1 for Donald. 0 out of 1 for Lenny. What else have we got? Here we go. 1 out of 1 for Skewy Cat. 1 out of 1 for Phil Hoy. Well done, bro. Epic. Oh, Ponder was a year out. 0 out of 1. Denouement is French for outcome, says Supersonic Jim. You're right to correct me. Well done. And a big shout out for those who got 1 out of 1 over in Instaland. What did you get? We got any answers there? Let's have a look. Hello, Gary Reary. How you doing, bro? Let us know. There's always a bit of a delay. On Instagram. We'll come back to you in a minute. Let's carry on with the answers. Question number 2. What is the name of the protagonist ninja in the Shinobi series? Is it Ryu Obashi? Tell you what, I'll just tell you what the answer is. It's Joey Musashi. Joe Musashi is the correct answer, despite my attempt to completely mess it up. That is the correct answer. Joe Musashi. I'm sorry. That's the name of the main ninja in that game about ninjas, Shinobi. 0 out of 2 for Lenny. Bad luck. Mr. Anderson 2 and Biker. Just found out because it's you. I got dizzy from the Oliver Twins on Evercade. And it's worth a fortune, says PK. I lost count. Love Shinobi, says Maka. 2 out of 2 for Donald. Okay, next. And I'll come back to... I'll try and cover everyone, but I want to move on with the answers. Question number 3. I love these logline questions. What film is this the logline for? Man is the warmest place to hide. Oh, so good. The answer is, of course, it's The Thing, isn't it? It's that horrifying film set in the snowscape that is The Thing. If you've not seen that, it's absolutely brilliant. I actually studied that as part of my film course when I studied film at Bristol University from 1989 to 1992. And yeah, it was monstrous, that film. Absolutely superb. 1 out of 3. Well done, Lenny, for getting on the board. 3 out of 3 for Donald. 0 out of 3 for Mr. Anderson. Still plenty of time. I know the mic is panned to the right. I'm aware TikTok does this weird thing. I can't help it. Phil Hoy, how are you doing, sir? 2 out of 3. Skewy, 2 out of 3 for you too. Okay, and we're going to go to question number 4. Let's have a look. When he said I do, he never said what he did. That was the log line to True Lies. And what a great line it is. Imagine being, in the writing room when someone came up with that. It's so good. So good, that is. That's the answer to question number 4, which means that someone is going to have something out of 4. Let's have a look. 0 out of 4, Mr. Anderson. Hi, Moving Bulldog. Yeah, I don't do TV anymore, that's why. But I do the Gadget Show podcast, which you can see on YouTube and Spotify. 2 out of 4. Woo woo. Lenny, well done. Well done, Ponder. Same score for you. 3 out of 4. Philip, you're smashing it today, bro. Sarah, no problem. It's hard tonight. There might be some down the line you can get. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it like this. Right, okay. Well done, Psychic, 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4 for Eds. Psychic, any update on that? Alfie McCarth is just joined. Don the Bull, Tony Bartley, Harrison. Okay, we're going to move straight on to question number 5. Which early 80s vector game involved piloting a tank through a variety of missions notable for its first-person perspective? Sarah, I think you might get this one. Am I talking about Space Invaders, Battlezone, Missile Command, or Tank Battalion? I am, of course, talking about none other than OG vector-based tank first-person shooter game, Battlezone. I was talking about Battlezone. 4 out of 4 for Donald. 2 out of 4 for Lenny. Come on, Mr. Anderson. Let's see if we can get you on the board. Donald, 5 out of 5. Biker Moss, 2 out of 5. Yes, 1 out of 4. Boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Sarah. Have you got this one? I believe in you. I believe in you. Four out of 5 for Phil. 4 out of 5 for Skewy. 3 out of 5 for Ponder. And Dr. Oculus, 0 out of 5. Is that because you've just joined? Right, let's have a look. Question number 6. Well done. What unique condition does Blade have, from the 1998 film of the same name, due to the circumstances of his birth? He is, of course, a daywalker, is the correct answer. Blade is a daywalker. If you got that, that's question number 6. Three out of 6 for Ponder. 5 out of 6. Phil Hoy, this could be your biggest score so far. 1 out of 6. If you know the answer, I'm giving myself a point. Yeah, that's right. If you weren't here earlier and if you're not welcome, you can give yourself a point. That counts. As long as you mentally check it before I say the answer within a few seconds. 4 out of 6 for Skewy. Epic stuff. Everyone doing well over on TikTok. 5 out of 6. I just saw someone say 5 out of 6. Then it vanished. 2 for Mr. Anderson. Well done. Donald, yes, 5 out of 6. Well done, team. Doing really, really well. And my Instagram team. 2 out of 6 for Psychic Janet and 5 for Eds. Good. A few other people in there. Just typing. I'm just going to move over to the 7th question. Which vampire is Blade primarily battling against in the first film? The answer is it's Deacon Frost, isn't it? It's Deacon Frost because I think the actor that plays Deacon Frost, do we know his name, was quite outspoken, weren't they? They were quite outspoken about the new Blade movie, which I don't think they were considered for. Didn't Blade get a bit of a bump? Didn't Wesley Snipes feature in... come on, mine's gone blank. The Deadpool movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. Would you believe I've not seen it? I want to watch it on my home system with my daughter. Just something we said we'd do. But doesn't he make a kind of cameo in that or something? I don't know. Did I make that up? He did. He did. Yeah. Cool. Interesting. We're almost there, people. Question number 8. We'll come to your scores in a minute. In the 1975 film Jaws, what's the name of the ship's captain hired to hunt down the shark? Well, we know this, don't we? It's Captain Quint. But I put Captain Quinn in there just to try and confuse you. Were you confused? Did my dastardly plan work? I guess we'll find out in a minute when we look at what the scores are. If you've just joined, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Way of the Exploding Show special, simultaneously broadcasting on YouTube, X, Twitch, Instagram and Facebook and TikTok for the first time, actually. And there's many people in chat, over multiple layers of chat. So if I haven't said hello to you, do forgive me. It's not easy to keep up to speed with everyone. But hello, Alex Titbits and Jensen Hubbard and Alfie. Oh, no, I already said hello to Alfie. I've got to scroll down now. Donny Toro, Steve Wrights, Den James. Marnie! Yay! I've seen you! It's Marnie! How you doing? saying hi from university, no less. Big change there. Lovely to see you. El Jefe just joined as well. One of my oldest followers on the various streams. All of those people on Instagram. And a huge shout out as well to everyone on the TikTok, Spiker Moss. You're definitely going to get the next one right. Mr. Anderson's still there. Dan is there. And as we move over to Twitch and X and YouTube, Skewy Cat, Phil Hoy, Ponder. 4 out of 8 for Ponder. 7 out of 8. Phil Hoy, come on, bro. You can do this. You could win this. 4 out of 8. Skewy, I've said that. 2 out of 8 for Dr. Oculus, who just joined us. Ponder giving me a definition of a day walker. And Philip Hoy entering the Discord for Way of the Exploding Show. Which is very kind of you, entering the Discord address into chat for those of us on X, which is really, really good. We're going to go back to question answers for question number 9. I can do this visually. I can say to you, can't I? What is this altered menu screen or whatever it is, chapter screen? What game does it represent? Well, I'll tell you what game it represents. It's Operation Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. And if you said that, give yourself a well-deserved point. 5 out of 9, says Ponder, straight in there. 2 out of 9 for Oculus. I'm surprised you didn't get that. 5 out of 9 for Ponder. Phil Hoy was the one I was waiting for. I was hoping you were going to go for 8. You got 7 out of 9. But you're still looking very, very healthy. We got 7 out of 8. No, 7 out of 9. Yeah, Namco's. I should have said Operation Thunderbolt as a little sort of side mind twister. Good. Okay. Good. Welcome. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. I meant to those people that got that right. Hugely well done. Big round of applause. Okay. Final question in tonight's Way of the Exploding quiz. Which has been interesting. It's been a non-graphical one this evening because of time constraints and me bombing around in Sinclair C5. Do go to X and do me a favour. Say hello, comment, say something about it. Watch it again. It took a lot of filming to do it. You wouldn't believe it. Okay, here we go. 10th question. Tonight. The question was... Name this 1985 arcade game that features a Cyclops mammoth. A 1985 arcade game... that features Cyclops mammoth. Was it Dragon's Lair, Joust, Frogger, or the correct answer, Space Harrier? What have we got? What are we looking at? I'm over straight away to TikTok. Give me your scores out of 10. I want to see numbers out of 10, real ones, based on the honesty quiz that is Way of the Exploding quiz. 3 out of 8 for Biker Moss. Slight delay there. Hi, CBR, you crazy. Great to see you too. Little bit of a delay on the TikTok chat for some reason. Not sure why. 2 out of 10 for Mr. Anderson. Dude, well done. 3 out of 10 Biker Moss. No apologies necessary, my friend. Epic for taking part. Having some fun. Have we got any advance on that? All right, there's no delay. It was you, was it? I thought it was a bit weird. So good to see you. Loving that we've spent time with the TikTok community this evening. Bottler, swear the guys have been the same age for 20 years. Oh, what a lovely thing to say. Thank you so much. Yes, I can still do the worm Kayla's creations, but I'd probably not be able to walk after it. But I would do it for you. And we're going to go over to Instagram. I've given you a little bit of time. See what I did there? 9 out of 10 for Eds. I think we might have a winner. Oh my God. Hey, what have we got? Where's my friend? Where's Janet? Are you in there? Hi, ST Design UK, Tyler Dark, and Lizzie, L.U. Lizzie, Andy Valiant that have just joined. I am Carther. Any advance on that? Are you still there? Have you maybe jumped over to another platform? Well, I'll see because I'll go to the other platforms. 2 out of 10. Sarah, well done. That's really, really good achievement because some of those questions were really, really hard. 7 for Philip. You did really well, mate. I'm going to give you a special round of applause because that was so cool. 1 out of 10 for John, UK, Japan. You must have only just joined. Skewy Cat, 6 out of 10 for Ponder. I think we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen, and it is over. We've got a tie. We've got Donald Datkins, who is very new to all of this. I don't think you've ever seen the Way That Exploding Show, have you, Donald? So well done to you with a 9 out of 10, and that's on TikTok, and that is equaled only by Eds with a 9 out of 10 over on Instagram. Instagrammers, give yourselves a round of applause. TikTokers, give yourselves a round of applause. In fact, everyone else, Twitch, YouTube, X, Instagram and Facebook, absolutely huge love going out to absolutely everyone. Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this. It's been totally bonkers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the URL for the sponsor of this fun party that we've now been doing for well over 2 hours on a Saturday night. It's called ControlAIDelete.net, and it's a movie that I wrote with a good friend of mine. All my regulars know this, and I ask you just to extend the gift of patience while I just explain it very, very quickly to anyone that's new, because it's so valuable. You can really help with the making of this movie. It will not be made unless people like my regulars, most of whom I've talked to and have just enjoying the quiz. If you follow their example, go along to ControlAIDelete.net, and you're looking out for the Kickstarter logo on the website. So CTRLAIDelete.net. You're looking out for the Kickstarter logo. You can see it there in the center of the screen at the top. At the top of the screen, it's there. It's mentioned about 4 times. It's located on the website. Give it a click. When you click the Kickstarter logo, you get to this page here. You get to this page, and there's a little button on it, and it's called Notify Me on Launch. And if you click Notify Me on Launch, there you go. There's a close-up of it. You won't get a nuclear explosion. That's me being a little bit dramatic. What you'll get is an email from Kickstarter when we go live, which is, ladies and gentlemen, the 27th of September. It's 2 weeks yesterday. And when we go live, you better see the full promo. And I'm going to finish today by showing the promo. And we're going to show the full cinematic 4 minutes worth of promo where you'll meet the director, the actors, the special 80s superstar DJ act who are curating the music that some of my regulars know but don't say because I'm keeping it stum. And you'll learn all about how we're going to fund it, which is with cool t-shirts like this. This t-shirt says, AI stole my job. AI stole my job, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. You've got great mugs. We've got hoodies, opportunities to be in the movie, Blu-rays, downloads, you name it. I said that I'd play the trailer. I've got to play the vertical trailer because then Instagram and TikTok can see it. But I'm still here. Hello, I'm Jason Bradbury, and I've got an incredible story that I need you to help us tell. While you might recognise me from The Gadget Show, what you might not know is that I've got a deep passion for film. A fascination with retro gaming and just about anything from the 80s and 90s. Since studying film and TV at university, I had a 20-year career in television, but I was always interested in trying to do something cinematic. There you go, folks. That's the trailer. Love it. I've been told that that's mirrored on TikTok, and I don't know why. It literally fries my brain. I have no understanding as to why that would be, but so be it. Whatever. I love you guys anyway, and I'll try and sort those things out. But I'm not going to be able to stream on TikTok until at least next Friday. And indeed, this show, Way of the Exploding Show, is going to come back on Sunday of next weekend. Yeah. Not tomorrow, but Sunday, which is going to be fun. And before we go, I'm just going to play this second trailer, which I've also done a vertical edit of. In fact, for my regulars who watch normally in 16:9, the cinematic version of the trailer, this features some new footage, okay, which I had to use in order to take the rather beautiful cinematic stretch 16:9 and make a meaningful edit. I actually added some new footage, some of which I actually shot at Timeless Gaming at the Arcade Club in Manchester, in Bury. Anyway, here we are, trailer number 2 for my new Kickstarter movie, which is going live on Kickstarter, if you didn't know already, on September the 27th. Here we go. Jazz hands. No, it's not working. How strange. I don't understand why that isn't working. There we go. What a dreadful shame. Introducing Control AI Delete, a new comedy feature film.
I'm Mark Felgate. I'm a stand-up comic, actor, and the other half of the writing team. I'm also a ventriloquist. Are you really? Yes, I am. No way. Yes way. When the rollout of a new artificial intelligence goes wrong, the world descends into chaos.
Nothing works. Planes fall out of the sky, stock markets and banks crash, there are blackouts, riots.
It gets real! But amid the turmoil, a geeky band of gamers are attending their beloved annual retro gaming convention in Skegness.
Gotta love Skeggy, gotta love Jazz Hands, and gotta love Sarah in chat, who just told me that she's clipped my Jazz Hands, which is cool. I'll look for that. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate all of the time that you've spent with me this evening for the 2 hours that we've been here. Go along to controlai.delete.net and sign up. I love you. It's been brilliant. Thank you for all of your lovely questions and those of you that have sent me gifts and bits, Sarah, roses, and God knows what else. And most importantly, thanks to those of you that went along to the Kickstarter and signed the pre-notified thing, which is just mega, because as I refresh, we've got a load more, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a load more. 215 are now pre-notified. It's absolutely superb. And I love it. And thanks for enjoying the competition. I don't know why the content is mirrored. Someone said that it's mirrored on Twitch as well. So maybe I'll have to have a think about that and see if I can sort it. But it doesn't matter. We'll get there. Look out for me on X. Some of you that are on the X platform will know that I've been showing X some love in the last month. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm really back into Twitter. It's such a great platform for, stirring a conversation, especially around retro gaming, which is such a big feature of the show. But yeah, Mr. Anderson, thank you. Dr. Oculus, how you doing? Dr. Oculus, you complete superstar. You are my info executive director. He's just given us the URL for the movie as a comment in the TikTok chat. Love you guys. So many of you. You've got so many more important things to do, and yet you've come to the show tonight, and it's just brilliant. So thank you so much. Have a great week. Love you to bits. See you definitely next weekend. Everyone, all platforms. I'll be doing it, maybe not at the same time, but I'll definitely be doing it next week, and I'll let you know on X when that's going to be. Have a great week, guys. See you later. Fingers crossed it's sunny tomorrow. Bye.